Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Revina NPM 2341118. I'm from class management 23B. Now I will explaining about badan usaha dalam kegiatan bisnis dan pembantunya, or business entities and their supporters. Badan usaha dalam kegiatan bisnis dan pembantunya, atau business entities and their supporters. Badan usaha refers to a business entity formed to carry out business activities. It could be either a legal entity or which has separate legal status, or a non-legal entity where the business is not legally distinct from its owners. The main goal of a business entity is generally to make a profit, though there are cases where the entity may also have social or religious objective. Understanding these business entities and the roles of the supporters involved is essential for the successful operation of any business. Number 1. Bentuk-bentuk badan usaha atau forms of business entities. Badan usaha dapat dikategorikan berdasarkan status hukumnya, struktur kepemilikan, dan tingkat tanggung jawab yang dimiliki oleh pemiliknya. Berikut ini adalah beberapa bentuk badan usaha yang umum ditemukan dalam dunia bisnis. Yang pertama, badan usaha berbadan hukum atau legal entities. A legal entity is a type of business that has its own legal identity separate from the owners. This means it can own property, enter into contracts, and be held liable for its action independently of its owners. 1. Perseroan terbatas or limited liability company. A perseroan terbatas or limited liability company is one of the most common forms of business in Indonesia. In this structure, the owners have limited liability, meaning their personal assets are protected from business debts. The PT can be a private limited company or a public limited company if the shares are traded on the stock market. Keuntungannya advantage limited liability, where the owners are only liable up to the value of their shares. Separate legal identity, allowing for better continuity even if the owner change. Ability to raise capital by issuing shares. Kekurangannya atau disadvantage, the setup process can be complex and expensive. Requires more formalities in management and reporting. Yang kedua yaitu koperasi or cooperative. Koperasi is a member-based organization where the members work together for mutual benefit, typically in areas like consumer goods, agriculture, or housing. The primary goal is to provide service or benefits to members rather than making profits. Keuntungannya atau advantage, a cooperative is owned and managed by its members, and decisions are made democratically. Members enjoy benefits such as lower prices or profit sharing. Kekurangannya atau disadvantage, success is heavily reliant on active participation from all members. Decision making can be slower due to the need for consensus among members. Selanjutnya yang ketiga, perusahaan terbuka atau public company. A perusahaan terbuka or public company is a type of PT whose shares are publicly traded on the stock exchange. This allows for access to larger amount of capital, but also involves more stringent regulation and oversight. Keuntungan atau advantage, access to capital through the sale of shares. greater visibility and credibility in the market. Kekurangan atau disadvantage: must comply with expensive regulation and financial disclosures. Risk of losing control due to shareholder influence. B. Badan usaha tidak berbadan hukum atau non-legal entities. A non-legal entity does not have a separate legal status from its owners. The business and the owner are legally the same entity, meaning the owner is personally liable for the business debt. Pertama, persekutuan komanditer atau Commanditaire Vennootschap or CV. A CV is a partnership where there are two types of partners: the commentator or active partner who manages the business and assumes full liability, and the commentator or silent partner who only contributes capital and has limited liability. Keuntungan atau advantage: flexible and easier to set up than a PT. Clear division of roles and responsibilities between active and silent partners. Kekurangan atau disadvantage: the active partner has unlimited liability for the business debts, limited ability to raise capital compared to a PT. Yang kedua, usaha dagang atau sole proprietorship. Usaha dagang or UD is a simple business form where the business is owned and operated by one individual. The owner is fully responsible for the business, including all profits, losses, and liabilities. Keuntungan atau advantage: simple setup and full control for the owner. No need for complex legal formalities. Kekurangan atau disadvantage: unlimited liability for the owner, limited research and capital. Selanjutnya, pembantu badan usaha dalam kegiatan bisnis atau supporters of business entities in business activities. Setiap badan usaha membutuhkan berbagai pihak yang berperan sebagai pembantu atau pendukung dalam menjalankan operasionalnya agar dapat mencapai tujuannya. Berikut adalah beberapa peran penting yang mendukung kegiatan bisnis. A. Management. Management is essential for the day-to-day operation and strategic direction of a business. Managers are responsible for planning, organizing, leading, and controlling business activities to achieve organizational goals. Direksi atau Board of Directors. The Board of Directors is responsible for making high-level decisions and overseeing the company's strategic direction. Manager operational. An operations manager oversees the business day-to-day activities, ensuring that production, sales, and distribution run smoothly. B. Akuntan dan auditor. Akuntan, yaitu akuntan are responsible for recording and reporting financial transactions, ensuring that the business financial statements are accurate and in compliance with legal standards. Auditor, an auditor reviews financial records and reports to ensure that the financial statements are fair and accurate, helping to maintain transparency and build trust with investors and stakeholders. C. Pengacara dan konsultan hukum. Pengacara atau lawyers. Lawyer assist business with legal issues such as contract, intellectual property rights, labor laws, and dispute resolution. They ensure that the company complies with regulation and protect its interests. Konsultan hukum atau legal consultant. Legal consultant provide advice to business on various legal matters and help them navigate complex legal systems, ensuring that they remain compliant and avoid legal pitfalls. D. Pemasaran dan penjualan. Marketing and sale. tim pemasaran atau marketing team. The marketing team works to promote the company's products or service, creating marketing campaigns and identifying customer needs. Tim penjualan atau sales team. The sales team is responsible for converting leads into customers, closing deals, and managing customer relationship to drive revenue. Sumber daya manusia or human research. Human research plays a key role in managing the workforce, including recruitment, training, performance management, and ensuring compliance with labor laws. Recruitment. Human research is responsible for hiring qualified individuals who fit the company culture. Training. They also design and implement training programs to improve employees' skills and competency. Keuangan atau finance. The finance department is crucial for managing the company's financial health, including cash flow, budget, investment, and financial planning. Manager keuangan atau finance manager. The finance manager oversees financial operation, ensure profitability, and develop strategies for financial growth. Laporan keuangan atau financial reporting. Regular financial reports help monitor the company's performance and provide insight into areas that need improvement. Last, kesimpulan atau conclusion. Badan usaha dalam kegiatan bisnis memiliki berbagai bentuk, baik yang berbadan hukum maupun tidak berbadan hukum, dengan karakteristik dan tujuan yang berbeda. Setiap badan usaha, baik itu perseroan terbatas, koperasi, atau CV, membutuhkan berbagai pihak yang berperan sebagai pembantu untuk menjalankan kegiatan bisnisnya dengan lancar. From management to finance, legal support, and marketing, these roles are crucial in ensuring the success and growth of a business entity. By understanding both the structure of business entities and the function of their supporters, business can better navigate challenges and take advantage of opportunities. So, thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.